How can we change the world if we just sustain broken systems? We can no longer do business as usual. Simply doing less harm, as sustainability implies, will not help us get ahead of the destruction and suffering of our world. We need to go beyond sustainability. We need to amplify our efforts to become truly regenerative. Our primary contribution comes from close to 1,500 megawatts of pure renewable energy that we generate across the country, 1,181 megawatts of which is baseload geothermal. As the Philippines' premier renewable energy company and the world's largest integrated geothermal producer, we take pride in providing the country a service that is reliable and socially and environmentally responsible. We have all heard scientists tell us how little time we have left before we reach a point of no return for our warming planet. The IPCC's latest assessment report describes as widespread, rapid, and intensifying in reference to the true state of our changing climate. The changes are found in every continent and are unprecedented over hundreds of thousands of years, with some of them already irreversible. So while we in the Lopez Group have already committed in 2016 to not invest in coal and to focus on generating electricity purely from our resources, we set the bar higher by committing to forge collaborative pathways for a decarbonized and regenerative future at the height of the pandemic in 2020. This mission of EDC calls for us to go beyond sustainability by looking at our business as more than just profit engine, as we elevate everything we touch, be it the environment, our co-creators that include our employees and contractors, our communities, customers, and investors. This we are doing by uplifting the lives of our stakeholders and transforming them into partners in healing our planet. We believe that this is what we all need to be doing. This holistic view is what sets regeneration apart from sustainability. It involves everyone and everything in the pursuit of a safer and better world. COVID-19 has caused the whole world to spiral into the worst economic recession since World War II. But it also gave us a temporary respite from carbon emissions as they fell by 6.4% or 2.4 billion tons in 2020. This significant decline is about twice the emissions of Japan, and we cannot afford to waste it. For instance, having learned and adapted to working from home, we should all consider incorporating these practices into our businesses going forward. We in EDC have reduced our office space by 65% in the last year and will be on partial work from home from now on. Fortunately, the government's ambitious target to reduce its carbon emissions by 75% come 2030 points us in the right direction that is good not only for our health and the environment but also for economic growth. The $200 million investments that the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas made last year has set a positive example and made the Philippines the third largest green bond issuer in ASEAN with over $2 billion. Just 3 months ago, we likewise listed 15 billion pesos worth of ASEAN green bonds in the Philippine Dealing and Exchange Corporation. This first tranche to be issued out of our 15 billion pesos shelf registration was 10 times oversubscribed due to a strong demand from investors who wanted to support and participate in financing the expansion of our 100% clean energy portfolio. This enables us to provide even more of the reliable and green baseload or 24/7 power needs of our customers, primarily from our geothermal facilities, so that they too can kickstart their business's own green recovery, which is crucial to decarbonizing and restarting our economy. A lot of businesses are also looking forward to the full implementation of the Department of Energy's Green Energy Option Program that will allow consumers with a 100 kilowatt demand to directly buy low carbon renewable energy from licensed green energy providers. EDC is also constructing 2 new power plants now, with 2 more that should commence in the next 12 months. This has many regenerative benefits. For our customers, we will have more clean energy to supply their needs. For the environment, less coal plants will have to be built. For our investors, these projects are a prudent and tested deployment of capital that will earn long term. While all this is happening, we are also continuing to take care of the forests in our geothermal areas. which comprise about 1% of our country's total land area, through our Binhi greening legacy. Beyond helping the recharge of our geothermal reservoir, the lush forests that we are managing also enable us to create carbon sinks equivalent to over 1.7 million tons of carbon dioxide each year. This allows us to be carbon negative, as our entire operation emits only a little over 966,000 tons of carbon dioxide annually. This likewise enables us to foster self-reliant communities that benefit from being forest stewards instead of living the life that they had as slash and burn farmers before EDC entered their communities. This cycle of generating 100% renewable energy, primarily from geothermal, that is sustained by lush forests through our Binhi program, has created a green economy with exponential positive impact on our planet and on society. Realizing the benefits of growing own havens of Philippine native tree species in their respective areas, we have grown our network of Binhi partners to 193 institutions across the country in 2020. We are happy to collaborate and share what we have done to achieve our net zero targets. On September 20 of this year, we have launched Net Zero Carbon Alliance, the Philippines' first private sector-led initiative that aims to form strategic partnerships with like-minded companies that have made a commitment to become carbon neutral. At this crucial turning point in history, we are making the decision to be regenerative, to be collaborative, to create ripples across everything we influence and elevate everything we touch. We are the Energy Development Corporation, and we will power infinite possibilities towards a regenerative, decarbonized future.